And it's Monday, y'all. And I hope everybody had a great weekend. And as always, I'm jumping on here with my main man, Fred. Fred's brought to us by Skroove Clothing brand. Get Skroovier, y'all. Fred, did you check them out on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm all over them.
Okay.
I will. I'm definitely got to get the board shorts, a t-shirt. So, I got to get on there. I love the board shorts.
Right.
I mean, obviously.
Sure.
But I'm gonna get on there. I'm gonna get Skroovier.
Yeah, you got to. I'm telling you that Q-zip is something different. These guys are fun, man. Like, you got to check out follow them on Instagram.
I do.
Speaking of social media, we got another special guest, the reoccurring guest, right? This is the number 2 time on the show. Our main man, Gary from TikTok, Autumn's husband. What's up?
What's up?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has, man. Too long. But it's always on time too. So glad to be here. It's Monday, y'all.
It is Monday. Gentlemen, welcome. Gonna be a good week here in Michigan. Gary's obviously in Michigan. It's gonna be beautiful this week. It's about time.
Bro.
The rain was killing me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you need it, right? I don't know how your lawn is looking. My lawn is a little, you know what I mean? So I guess we needed it, but I'm about ready for some sun, man.
A good friend of mine once told me, if you keep your lawn just a nice tint of brown, no dogs will shit on it, and no kids want to play on it.
That's valid. But you
Fair
also
enough.
look like that guy on the block. What I'm saying?
With clean lawn and no dog shit.
My problem is I live around people that take pride in their lawns, bro. Like, these are, guys that are out there daily snipping with the sheet, you know what I mean? Like, on the knees and all. Yeah, so I got to catch up.
You can't be doing that in your neighborhood. I get it. Fred has a thing in Jersey, like, the grass doesn't grow there. So
just where I am.
Just where you are. Okay.
Yeah, too close, but so we get like some kind of it's like crabgrass. It's called something else, but yeah, I mean, you've seen it. Like 1 inch below the dirt is sand.
Yeah.
So it sucks but we did Mare threw some seed out.
Okay.
So it did.
You got her working.
Well, she does the lawn. I watch.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
You watch?
Yeah.
Who does the lawn at your house, Gary?
You got a service that comes along. I'm not growing up, bro. I wasn't the outdoors, getting the, raking the leaves, cutting the grass type. So I'm always, if I can pay somebody to do it, I'll let them knock it out. But we'll talk about that in an upcoming segment here, guy. That might be changing. I guess I need some hobbies or whatever. So
hang tight on that. I have a service as well. I have not owned a lawnmower in well over 15 years. I find that if I spend 3 hours cutting the grass, that's 3 hours less I have on the golf course. Speaking of hobbies, Gary, again, we'll talk about that in the future segments. But let's get right into sports. First, obviously, hottest thing right now is the NBA Finals. Are you guys like me and wondering why there's such a huge break in between games? Is this ridiculous or what?
Crazy.
Has it always been like this?
Great question, Fred.
They wanted that Sunday night slot. So, that's why there was 2 days off in the same city. Sunday night is the highest rated slot of the weekend. It's higher than a Saturday night.
But having no game on Saturday night, NHL or NBA, was a little strange, no?
NHL game.
So that series got tied up. But first of all, let's talk about game 1 and the Pacers coming back with leading 0.3 seconds of the entire game, which is insane to me. Fred, we'll start with you. What's your take on the series so far? Obviously, OKC won last night. Where do you see this series going? What's your thoughts on it?
That's the only game the Pacers win.
100%. Said that last night to Christian.
Yeah, I think it's over. But it would be interesting if they could scoop up one more game in Indiana or something. And, but yeah, I mean, that's the only game they win.
100%. Gary, what's your thoughts on it? You've been watching?
Yeah, I thought it would be a sweep for sure. OKC's way. You know, I got to go with Ovi Shea. So I thought it was going to be a sweep. And I think it's going to be even worse now, even though it's not a sweep. I think it's going to be even when you steal a game like that, that guys are expecting to win. They really want it even better now. You know what I mean? And we can see it in the in the game last night. You know, the margin kept stretching. It was clear. So I think it'll be OKC for sure.
Yeah, I'm totally with you guys too. I think that they got really lucky in game one. I think that OKC's defense is just insane. And they're just locked down. And what they did is they kind of took their foot off the gas in game one. I think they learned from their mistakes, and it's not going to happen again. Because when they got in within like 13 at one point, I was like, okay, they're going to make a little run. And then I was just like, dude, they just shut the door right in front of their face.
I think it'll continue. I think that trend will continue. I do want to say that, I don't know, I want to get y'all opinions on this, man. You know, I'm more of a sports guy when it comes to the Detroit teams, but I'll still follow like the big games, the finals, things like that. When I turned on game one, it didn't have a finals like look to the presentation. Like I don't know, man. I feel like in this day and age, we got to step up the presentation, especially to keep attention like mine. I got kids running around. We need fireworks. We need lasers. We need, I don't know, man. I just felt like the presentation, and maybe I'm wrong. What did you guys think?
Well, my thing is, listen, it's Indiana and OKC. If that was the Knicks, we're getting fireworks. Like, the presentation of the Garden is just bigger. Me and Brad were talking about this. It's just like, Indiana was not on the NBA's wish list for the final. Like,
but the NBA still has to step in. You know what I mean? Like, this is your product. Like, you got to step in. It up a little.
It's funny. It's funny that you bring that up, because I listened. I say this all the time on here. I quote the guys from Pardon My Take. I'm a huge Pardon My Take fan, and they said the same thing on their podcast. Like, they just felt like it was no big deal. So I'm listening to today's when I was getting ready this morning, and they brought that point up. They said they bitched enough on Twitter, and that's why last night you saw like the little
the two. I saw it and I noticed that. I was like, but even that was a little weak though.
You're quoting them to a T. They're like, okay, well, it was okay. They put a little trophy on the court, but they're like, they brought up a very good point. They're like, if you bitch enough, then Adam Silver is like, okay. Well, if you complain enough on Twitter, they're like, but when it comes to Roger Goodell in the NFL, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what you say. He's going to do whatever the hell he wants. So I thought it was pretty funny that you brought up that point. But yeah, I do think that the lack of like talking about it, or the fireworks, quote unquote, were a thing. Like, it makes it seem like it's a regular game in February. You know what I mean?
The floor needs to have, they added the two trophy, but the floor should be completely redesigned. You know what I mean? Like, both teams' logos on it, even just for this, maybe the home court still gets the logo in the center, right? Yeah, but somewhere on the, you know what I mean? Like, this is the final two teams. Like, make this look epic. That's my opinion. Like, the Super Bowl, it looks epic. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it's a one night thing, but it has an epic presentation to it. I think they should step it up, man. I really think they should.
I also think there's a big difference in the commentation of it too. Like, I remember in the Eastern Conference Finals when the Eastern Conference it seemed like it had more of a vibe to it. And the Western Conference seemed like the commentators were like in a library somewhere and just kind of whispering. And I don't know. Did you guys get that vibe in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals too?
I can see that. Oh, go ahead, Freddie.
Again, we're talking about the Knicks. We're talking about New York.
Here we go, Gary.
Listen, it is what it is. Like, you can't compare, Indiana or Minnesota or Oklahoma City to the Garden.
Gary,
that's valid. I mean, you can't. You like, in terms of the scale and the history, you can't. You know what I mean? But that's why the NBA has to step in and give it that boot. Like, I get that, this market may not be as popular. This might not be who we wanted to see in the finals, but this is your product at the end of the day. You guys are in charge. You got to come and make it be. You got to make it be able to compete with the Garden. You know what I mean?
Just because you guys put Willy Wonka on the wood doesn't mean that you're so much better than everybody else, Fred.
Let me ask you this. Who was on Celebrity Row at Oklahoma City last night?
Funny you should bring that up. I think somebody from ESPN. I thought I saw somebody from ESPN.
You thought.
And they panned him really quick because I thought it. I looked at it and I laughed. I was like, "Wait, is that the guy from ESPN?"
Exactly. I mean, come on now. I will say this. I am interested to see how Indiana brings it out for Game 3. Like, because when they switch over, that's going to be their first game in the finals. So let's see
when is that game? Like 4th of July, 5th of July? It's actually what, Tuesday?
I think it's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to be interesting. I mean, again, I'm with you, Fred. I think it's OKC in 5. Maybe they squeak one out, but I don't see it. I think it's going to be a lackluster finals. I think that Gary, I think I saw you comment on this, and I don't know if you were watching the pod when I kind of said I kind of became a Jalen Brunson fan after he was done with the Pistons. I know, but he was fun to watch.
Is he though? I mean, look, you got the right to have that opinion.
For sure.
I follow sports a little bit more emotionally, bro. And once you burn me once, I just can't rock with you, bro. It's going to take something grand to get me back. I feel you. So maybe after the season is over, I can rewatch and have an unbiased.
Nobody rewatches it. What do you watch? The only person I know that would rewatch a finals game would be Fred. Yeah. Look at him. He goes like that. I've seen Game 3 of the 1988 finals 7 times.
Amazing. I'll tell you, moving on though, the NHL finals, I know it's not as popular around this pod or whatever. But first of all, both games go to OT. It's 1-1. It's a rematch of last year's Stanley Cup. Right. And let me say this, Gar. If you watch a piece of the Stanley Cup finals, you'll see energy. It's crazy.
Hockey kind of brings that energy anyway. Yeah. The stand, like there's kind of, I've been to one hockey game recently at LCA, and just the energy in there, like even though we weren't winning, it was still like this raw energy about it. I was fucking with that. So hockey, I feel like are they fighting right now, or are they trying to stay professional and win?
No, there's scuffles, but you don't want to take two guys off the ice a lot, right. And Florida's really not. The two teams in it are not big bullies, so they're pretty well matched. Like again, it's the rematch of last year's, Stanley Cup, and so far, Game 1 and 2 go into overtime. I mean, you can't ask for a better 2 games.
And I think I'll go ahead and speak. I'm probably with you, Gary, when it comes to a hockey fan. I'll jump in and check it, see what's going on. Love going in person. Absolutely love it. Fun. The atmosphere, the vibe is just something different. Mm-hmm. For me, that's a sport I'd like to see live. So, but yeah, you can definitely feel the energy in those places. And obviously, being in Edmonton and that fan base is insane. But like I said last week, good. I'm glad that Florida has a following. I just thought it was just a bunch of old people live down there that don't even know what hockey is. So
God's waiting room.
That's exactly what I've heard of God's waiting room many times. But there's a lot of stuff I want to talk to Fred about, Gary, because it's interesting, obviously, with baseball and football. And we're going to jump to football real quick because Fred's Steelers picked up Aaron Rodgers.
I saw a little bit about that.
Fred, what's your take on this? What's a Steelers fan take on this? Because the media makes it sound like Steelers fans are super excited. I have a lot of Steelers fans that are friends of mine, Fred, my buddy JT. I got some other like those people don't seem really excited about it. Fred, what's your take?
Well, I'm excited that it just made us 11-6.
Okay, all right, hold on. As opposed to what prior to signing Aaron Rodgers?
Chill Will gets us 5 wins.
Well, then you should be a little more than excited if you went from 5 to 11.
I said I'm excited about the fact that that happened. I'm not excited about the person. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. I don't care about all the bullshit and all the fucking the waiting out and stuff. I did read some other things about why he was waiting out, and I give him pats on that. But like the whole pomp and circumstance, or I don't even know if that's the right fucking phrase. Is that right?
I don't even know what you're saying.
I have terrible grammar.
Like a typical person on podcast, I'm like, yeah.
I have terrible grammar. But like all the hoopla and shit like that, that's what was angering most of the Steeler fans. Like you're going through all this bullshit for a 40-year-old fucking dude for 1 year. Like, and obviously they're not ready for Will Howard to be their one. We never wanted Mason Rudolph to be our one, so we already know that.
So you think Aaron Rodgers gets you 11 wins?
Yeah, 11-6.
No, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Gary, coming off the comment that you made about the Pistons and Jalen Brunson, kind of leads me to believe that you have the same hatred for Aaron Rodgers that I do, being a Lions fan.
It's died down. It's died down. You know what I mean? So it's not as intense as past, but I don't see him getting y'all 11 wins out the gate like that. I don't see that.
We'll be back in Detroit.
He will be back in Detroit.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So
they play in what? November?
December 21st, the week before Christmas.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good one.
I'm excited for the season. And then there's another did I see today, Fred, that or it's going to happen today that Nick Chubb's going to sign with the Texans.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, but and that's the thing, Brad, with this fucking NFL shit. I was saying that to you, like I got like the NFL off my radar right now. Like I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll see you in September. Let me know what the fucking team looks like. Like I don't need to be involved in like, ooh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Like the Steelers are going to get the receiver from Washington. Did you? Oh, they're gonna get him. They're gonna get Olave. Like, dude, whatever. Right. I know they need to fill time. The NFL, talking heads need to fill time because there's nothing to talk about in the offseason. But dude, you're not getting me on it. I'm good. Like I said, I'll see you guys in August. Check out maybe a fucking preseason game. Check out what the roster looks like, and then I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
but it's the boys of summer right now. So
boys summer, Gary.
It's the boys, Tigers in first place.
Let's jump into that. Let's jump into Tigers. I don't know if you guys saw on social media, but we had Gary, you saw we gave away tickets to the Tigers game. A friend of mine won, Dawn. She went to the game. Great seats. I know you guys saw her post. She tagged Luminesso Coffee. You did?
I didn't see it.
Oh, that's because you're not on Facebook, Fred.
Facebook.
Fred, you're 50 years old. Facebook is your demographic.
I was gonna say that's your book, bro.
It's right in your wheelhouse, bro.
I'm a MySpace guy.
He is a MySpace guy.
I'm just kidding. But no, I'm not a Facebook guy, dude. Get out of here.
I was gonna ask you who your top 10 friends were. What was it on MySpace? The top 10?
Yeah. Yep.
Or whatever. Your top friends.
The top friends. And then you had to play music every time you went on the page.
Yeah. See, I wasn't even on MySpace either. So you guys are dating yourselves.
He's just talking shit. But anyway, Dawn had a blast. She had great seats. So shout out Luminesso Coffee for giving us those tickets. And she got to see a Skooble start and a win on Friday.
Can you get that off Facebook and post it on IG or something?
I'll send you something to see what I can do. I don't know if Dawn's on. She had to tag him obviously for the tickets, but
no, I mean you should tag it. You should put it on your IG.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Yes, I will tag you in on it. Show you where the seats were. Maybe Luminesso might slide you and I some tickets. Maybe so we can go see a game or two together. But okay, so we beat the Cubs. We're looking good. Almago was just making plays all weekend. 120,000 people over 3 days.
That's crazy.
Selling out 40,000 a game. Despite the seats behind those are reserved. Those are reserved for something.
They're
else.
wet paint.
Yeah, wet paint, which again is ridiculous. But we know we're good. We know we're number one. Let's talk about what happened in the Bronx, Fred. You took care of our rivals with Cleveland.
Yeah,
much appreciated. Thank you. But you played the Red Sox, and Sunday night didn't work out well for you, Fred. Is there trouble in the Bronx? Are you nervous?
No, not at all. There's not. They lost 2 of 3 to Boston. We have Boston again this weekend coming up in Boston. So not really. And we got KC. We could help you out again. But I'm not worried at the least, to be honest.
I thought you were supposed to be getting better as the season went on. I feel like you're digressing at this point, Fred.
No, we're building a bigger lead in first place. We're waiting for our number 3 starter to get back. We're waiting for former All-Star Stanton to come back still. I mean, we're just the crazy thing is this, and this is why I'm optimistic. We're not even fully healthy yet, and we're in first place by 5 games.
You have been saying that from the jump. I will give you that. Gary, what's your take on the Tigers this year? Have you been to a game yet?
I haven't been to a game in a while, bro. Like it's been not since I even been back in Detroit. So it's been years. I got to get down there. That's another one. Baseball is another one that I prefer in person. For sure. On TV, it's a little bit long, but in person, just being in the park, especially Comerica down there, it's beautiful. So
for sure. And I'll tell you this, Gary, and Fred and I have talked about this numerous times. With implementing the new pitch clock, going down to a game, for me personally, and I think you'll agree with me because Fred is the one who's against. He likes 6-hour baseball games.
You're against the pitch clock?
Yeah, Fred wants to be there for the entire day.
Why do you say totally? I know y'all probably have talked about this, but just real quick, why are you totally against that?
Because there's high leverage situations that you can't just force a pitcher to you have to pitch within 15 seconds. It was never in there. It didn't bother baseball. It bothered the people who aren't true traditionalists and aren't true to the there's no clock in baseball.
Just like there's no crying, Gary.
There's no clock. My thing is let's put a shot clock in golf.
Let's.
I don't hate the idea.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, come on. It's just I just feel like maybe there could be you could maybe have it on and off. Like when you get to the 7th, 8th, 9th inning and it's high leverage, up by 1, down by 1, 2 or 3, right? High leverage situations, dude. Like not innings 1 through 7 or in a blowout game. I totally understand. But high leverage situations these guys' jobs are on the line, and you're forcing them to pitch within 15 seconds. That doesn't even make sense.
I feel like that's a decent amount of time. I could be, I don't play the game, so maybe I don't, you know what I mean? But 15 seconds seems like a good amount of time to kind of figure out what
you don't. But you don't have to get into the box until 8 seconds if you're the batter. So, so there you go. So if I'm batting, I don't technically have to get into the box and set until the 8-second mark.
Okay, let me ask you this: do we know like how has this cutoff time from the
Yeah.
game? Like, so about how much?
drastically.
Not drastically. You're talking 20 minutes.
That's it.
20 to 30 minutes. Look it up.
30
When
minutes.
you're at the game, Gary, it makes a world of difference. And let me tell you this, and you're not there yet because your son is younger. But like for a perfect example, my youngest son is 11. He's a huge baseball nut. So to take him to a Tigers game with a pitch clock, who he will sit through the entire game because he is such a fan. I think even though being a fan, it a little bit longer, that half hour, that 40-minute difference is a world of difference for younger kids.
It's not 40 minutes.
I think for the most.
Listen, if you want a pitch clock because you don't want to sit with your son for 20 more minutes.
Oh my God. I say that I didn't want to sit with my son. I'm talking about the attention span of an 11-year-old. You asshole.
Not even the attention span of an 11-year-old. I'm 40, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like
I'm telling you right now, Gary, Fred is the minority of this topic.
I'm sure they made the change, so you would think you are in the minority with that one, Fred.
I don't know if I am.
Really?
That would be a good thing for, you know what? I'm going to look that up and see. I mean, listen, I'm probably the minority if you poll people who don't watch every single baseball game and stuff like that.
I think that you're in the minority that watches every single baseball game too.
Leave a comment if y'all watching right now. Do y'all like the shot, not the shot clock, the pitch clock versus non-pitch clock? Like, leave a comment. I'm
gonna create a separate poll just for that and curiosity.
Okay. And then I also want you to, if you're gonna go that far, then put a fucking poll out there for putting a fucking jerk off at second base in extra innings.
Here we go. All right.
because if you're going to implement rules and shit, now we got a ghost man on second now. Like, no, like what the fuck are we doing?
I'm not a fan of that either.
Okay.
Gary, you know what he's talking about?
Not really.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Fred. You're talking about extra innings. If we go into extra innings, you start with a man on second.
Yeah.
Which I do totally agree that it's stupid because one hit you score, it's over.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I don't understand why they would. Is that to speed up the game or what?
Yes.
Okay.
To speed up the game, and it's like but I will say this: it's not in the playoffs.
Yeah, and there's a reason why it's not really fair. I'd be honest with you.
But that's my point, though. So, like in the playoffs, let's get rid of the pitch clock too.
No, the playoffs are long
game, man. It's a long game, man.
It's not long enough.
All right.
Speaking of listen, when Taylor Swift came out with her 10-minute version,
only Fred can bring Taylor Swift into any conversation.
I was ready to see where this is going.
When Taylor Swift came out with her 10-minute version of the song, I said, that's a little crazy, right? I'm like, 10 minutes. After I listened to it, I wish it was 10 hours.
Probably in a minority with that one, too.
I don't think so.
No,
probably not. Actually, you actually right.
Fan is out there. I'm going to have to say that, Fred, Gary, you and I are in the minority. But all right, baseball full swing. But we got Gary on here because Fred brought up last week that these two in a couple weeks are going to be together filming content. And I want to start. We'll get into the whole conversation. I left us a good amount of time. We may go over because I think this conversation is going to be awesome. And that's why we brought Gary on. For those of you who don't know Gary, jump on TikTok, Instagram. Those are his two major platforms. Him and his wife, Autumn, are amazing on TikTok. Gary, I love your content. I look forward to it. In fact, like Fred loves Taylor Swift, I'm a Gary fan. I want more.
That means a lot because Fred loves Taylor Swift, so that means a lot.
That's a big compliment, isn't it?
That means a lot. Yeah, that's huge. No, I really accept that compliment. That's huge.
And then, so I thought it was really cool as a big fan of yours. I love that Autumn was on Channel 4 News.
Yeah,
I thought that was super cool.
Yeah. I'm so proud of that. I was
very proud of her. She's come a long way. I mean, I've been a fan of hers ever since she was getting IVF at the Starbucks. You know how they started. And so those of you who don't know, Fred and Gary used to work together. Fred introduced me to Gary. Obviously, Gary introduced us all to Autumn, and it's just been a fun ride. So you're getting ready to go to vacation in Jersey Shore. This is not your first time, right?
No, this would be my second time coming out.
Second time? Okay.
Yeah. Right. Matter of fact, almost 1 year to the date I was supposed to come out there. I think it was your 50th, right? Was it
June 30th?
All three of us were going to be in the shore at once.
Her water broke that morning. That morning that was leaving for the flight, her water broke. So, you know, we got into baby mode, and
if I remember correctly, I don't think the baby really came till after the party. So you probably could have whatever. Bro, that would have been crazy. That Fred had at the party was off the hook.
What'd you say?
The pizza that Fred had at the party was off the hook. There was a food truck just
pulled up, right? He pulled up with the pizza. Yeah, I heard, man. I was so looking forward to that. So I'm glad I get to run it back. Unfortunately, Brad, you won't be able to make it out there with us, so we'll have to try to coordinate something to make that happen in the future.
For sure.
I'm excited, man.
With that being said, I want to share this video that was on TikTok, and this is how this whole Gary going on vacation started.
My husband is going on vacation in a couple weeks, and I booked the vacation, okay? And he thinks that I booked this trip because I saw that he's so burnt out, and I'm so worried, and I want him to have a trip for himself, and okay, maybe there's part of that, right? But it's more so, I see you're burnt out, but you're starting to piss me off with it. Whoa. Being burnt out is so valid, but you're moping around here, and your grumpy energy is filling the house. And when he's burnt out and grumpy, I'll be like, go take a break. Go somewhere where you can't hear the kids. And it's always the answer I get is I don't have anywhere I want to go. I'm a homebody. And so he never takes a break. And he just keeps getting moodier and grumpier all around the house. Grumpy, that's right. And I've had enough.
Damn, even Lordy was green.
All done. We're all done with this. And you got to go to Six Flags and get on some roller coasters and get a good night's sleep and refresh yourself. And so he got to go.
I'm going to let you, Gary, take the floor and respond to Autumn's video about now you're heading to the shore. You're going to Six Flags. You're taking Fred. How did this trip come about? And did she call Fred and be like, please take Gary in for a couple of days?
So a couple months back, Autumn actually went on a cruise to the Bahamas with some friends for 7 days. I say 8 days because the day before you ripping and running around. So I got the kids that day as well. So 8 days, you know what I'm saying? That's a valid 8 days. And I knocked it out, did the solo dad thing while she was on the cruise and everything. And, a lot of the comments were like, Gary, it's your turn. You got to go out of town. And see, the thing that people got to understand about me is I'm a homebody. I like being at home with my family. So I'm more of a homebody type. It's not necessarily me wanting to get out and do a bunch of things all day. Because when you leave the house, you're spending $200 minimum. You know what I mean? So I don't really just got to up and leave the house for no reason. I'm kind of more on the chill side. And plus, I come from a long line of grumpy fathers, man. We're just a little bit of grump. But things get taken care of. Everybody has what they need. There's love at the end of the evening, and you move to the next day. You know what I mean? Now, maybe there's some validity in what she's saying. Maybe I should pick up a couple hobbies in and out the house. But, I just like being at home, man. I don't think I should be penalized for wanting to be at home with the fam. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I think Fred's very similar.
Yeah.
You guys are why you guys are so close. You both enjoy good restaurants. You both enjoy good food, and you love chilling at the house.
Yeah,
pretty much. Hot on.
But with that being said, though, I've been wanting to get out anyway, man. I've been on the parent front we're going on almost 3 years soon. So it's just like, man, it's been nonstop. The sleepless nights, it does get to you. We had the kids back to back, so I can see that, I probably do need a little bit of break. There is some burnout there. Like I'm not, I can admit that. I can look at it and be introspective and understand and admit that. So here we are. I'm coming out to the Jersey Shore with my boy Fred, one of my favorite people in the world. I think Fred, you're one of the funniest people I know. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man. It's been too long. I'm excited to get out there. Freddie, you don't do roller coasters, right? So
okay, so let's talk about that real quick, because he brought this up a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, well, that's when he introduced and said you were coming out there in a couple weeks, and I was like, I looked at my calendar, no way I can do it. I wish I could. In fact, I even texted him. I'm like, is Gary driving? Because if he's driving, maybe I'll just jump in the car and then fly home early or something like that, just to hang out, the three of us. But you're a big roller coaster guy, right? Is that okay,
bro? I'm a thrill guy, bro. It's the only time that you can just experience like forces that you don't know. You'll never get thrown 300 feet in the air safely. You know what I mean? Like in your day-to-day life. So it's just a way to kind of just escape and just feel something different. You know what I mean?
Right. And Fred, you are saying you're not a huge roller coaster guy.
I haven't been on a roller coaster since 1992. I survived the Big Bad Wolf of Busch Gardens in Virginia on my senior trip.
I gotta look.
My senior trip.
I had the T-shirt. I survived the Big Bad Wolf, though.
You still got that?
I don't.
Ooh,
false.
That would have been. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you would have had to pull that out the closet and wear it, man. Like this is big.
Yeah, that would be awesome if he had that shirt on. So your guys are going to Six Flags in Jersey, correct?
Yes.
Fred, how close is that to your house?
Great Adventure, we call it, though. GA. It's 30 minutes from me.
Okay.
I'm more importantly, I'm a man of my word, Brad. And I told Gary that I would go on King to Kyle last year, actually, when he was supposed to come out, because Gary jumped in the deep end of my pool.
I did, man, and that's big, y'all. That's big. Anybody that knows me, I don't get near the water like that, man. So that was big.
Bro, you have zero hobbies.
What do you mean?
You don't even like to swim?
I don't do the water, man. I respect it. I respect the water, bro. It's taking a lot of souls, man. I respect the water. So
Fred keeps it at a cool 65 too. So that's not ideal.
65. It was.
So I don't go in. Look, I'm not a big swimmer either. I don't go in a pool under 80
degrees.
Yes.
That's specific.
Yes, it is. I don't want to have like a chill when I get in the water.
Okay.
I want to step right in. I want to glide right in.
Also, not only the deep end, though, more dangerously, Gary got into the ocean in the waves.
I was hoping we brought that up. That's big. That was bigger than the pool. The pool, I was nervous.
Of course it's bigger than the pool. There's sharks in there.
The ocean, man.
There's not sharks.
Oh shit, there's not sharks, Fred.
Mary Bear and I chill. We hung back for a minute. Fred was all I could see was the top of Fred's head, maybe 100 feet out there in the water. And we're far away from the water, and out of nowhere, bro, a wave comes all the way up to us, knocks Mary on her ass, her glasses are, man, that water is powerful, bro. It's powerful, man. I commend y'all getting out there in that ocean, man.
I'm not an ocean guy either, Gary. I'm 100% with you. I do not need to be around sharks.
There's not sharks out here.
It's not true, Fred. It's salt water. Fred, it's salt water, and sharks are in salt water. Am I correct?
Sharks are even scared of Jersey. We'll carry the poo-poo in there.
Let me give you an example of how I don't like sharks. I don't like anything like that. Perfect example. Ran home this weekend, Saturday afternoon, in between Dax's baseball games. Okay. Ran to the store real fast, left my garage door open. Okay. Come home. No longer than a half hour. I walk into my garage, and I have an attached garage. You walk in, and then there's the doorway to the house, right? There is a snapping turtle sitting in front of my door He's this big. This
Hell
camera
no.
will not show. You see my arms are fully stretched at the door.
Hell no.
I walk in, I go to the front door. I announce to the house, garage is closed. Nobody used the garage. We have a dinosaur in the garage, people. Sarah says, what are you going to do about it? I said, I'm going to leave the garage open with the hopes that the dinosaur finds his way out. I'm not touching that thing. Luckily, one of Christian's buddies came, picked this thing up. He's hissing. There's a video, and threw it out by the pond a couple of houses away. These are the things I don't want to encounter, gentlemen. That's why I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I will say, listen, when I lived in Michigan, y'all have some fucking varmints out there that we just don't come across out here. Like, and that's the only word I can come up with. It's like varmints. Like I just don't, I'm like, I mean, like, everybody was okay with just having like a ton of fucking raccoons jumping on their garbage cans and fucking skunks. And yeah, they're chill. Wait, so I got that. I can see that, and I'm not down with varmints. That's not like, I will go in the ocean, and I don't fear sharks. There hasn't been a shark attack.
Fear him.
There hasn't been a shark attack at the Jersey Shore in like over 100 years. I'm a numbers guy.
So you're due, is what you're saying.
Exactly, bro.
That's what I heard, is that it's due or overdue.
Fred regular body surfs. So, like, if a shark was to come and play, he can't even put the board in front of him to save himself. He's just raw skin.
I saw him out there. Like, I looked up and he was way out there. Like, he's a grown man, so I'm like, let me not fear for his safety, right? Because he seems cool with it.
But in the back of your mind, you wanted to toss a pair of water wings out there.
I kept my eye, Fred. I never told you this. I kept my eye on you, bro, that whole time. I'm like, man,
I appreciat that.
What were you going to do, Gary, though? What if shit popped off? What were you going to do?
Look around for the lifeguard? Like the pro? Right there, bro. Right
there. Blow a whistle.
I'd have known exactly what right there, bro. I never stopped looking. Yeah, I would have been. See, you needed me there. You know what I mean? You didn't know.
Yeah.
You needed me. You know what I mean?
He was my second eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Fair. So tell me how this trip is going to go. And here's another thing I want to bring up. And if my math is correct, Gary's going out there, but Mary is going to be in Michigan. So it's just going to be you two out there together with no supervision.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me how this trip's going to go, because I'm excited for both of you.
Well, we got to do a pizza tour. You know, I'm always hearing about the pizza, so we're going to do a pizza tour. I'm most excited about this Six Flags things. Y'all know they got the safari there. I love the animals, so I got to pay respect. I can't come there and have fun and not pay my respect to the animals. So we're going to do the safari, check the animals out. And then what else we going to do? We got the pool. And I miss you, talking to you, bro. I'm more excited about talking to my Freddie again, bro, and just bouncing ideas back and forth, getting some content going. You know what I'm saying? I want to help you get some content rolling. And so we're going to do some reviews and, you know, all kind of stuff, man. It's going to be a good time. But I'm really, I'm sorry, one last thing, sleep, bro. I'm excited. This will be my first time in over 2 years. No, listen, guys, for real. This is going to be my first time in over 2 years where I can lay down and not have to get up for anybody unless Fred has an emergency. I won't have to get up for anybody, bro.
Let me tell you this, Gary. There is no better place on the planet that you can go to get sleep than hang out with Fred. You're fine. It will be so quiet.
Man, so I'm fully looking forward to just the entire thing, man. Like, just you know, and Jersey Shore, it was awesome the last time I went. So this time with no kid, last time we had the kids, or the kid, Lordy was with us. So this time no kids with me. I can, you know, do more things on the boardwalk. They had a lot of different treats and stuff I didn't get to try out there. So I'm excited.
He did say he was going to venture a little deeper into the ocean.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Is there like a video recording or something? Like that?
When did I? No, sounds bigger to me.
I actually have it in text message.
Okay, so let's say you're both in the water, 100 yards out.
No,
I'm not there. Mary's not there.
100.
300 yards out.
Man.
No way. No way.
Who's gonna watch you guys?
Look, last time I think I did shin deep, which is I was out there. I might go knees. I might go. That sounds crazy. I might go. You know what I'm saying? We might. We might go thigh deep or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but that, you know, I don't know if I can. Well, I feel like once you get to the waist, the water can pull. It's too much pull to the water, bro. Like
You
it's
need
powerful,
that leverage.
man. Yeah, I need to still feel like I'm in
Fair.
control. You know
Fred,
what
what's
I mean?
one of the things you're excited to show Gary while it's just you two there? Are you got some pizza places in mind you guys are going to go review? Like, because let me put this, like, Gary's a big Hungry Howie and Jets guy. So, like,
Little
I don't
Caesars.
know, like,
We got
if
Little
he's really
Caesars
going to
in
like
there.
the pizza in Jersey.
Dude. Gary loved the pizza in Jersey the last time he was here.
I did. I'm not gonna front. I did.
And maybe not more than Jets, but he did say that he understood where I'm coming from when I speak about the pizza.
It was
I
solid.
know
It was solid. Let's cut the jokes out. It was solid pizza, you know. So that it was good.
When I first met Fred, I think a lot of people have the same opinion when they first meet Fred. They're like, "Who is this jackass?" Because he's very opinionated. He knows he's and so all he did the entire time I first met him was telling me how trash Michigan was. And then it started to go into the fact that your pizza is terrible. And I'm like, you're an asshole. You don't know what you're talking about. Then I went to Jersey and I visited Fred in Jersey. And I was like, you're right. Our pizza is trash. Fred, you know what you're talking about when it comes to pizza.
Okay. The pizza is good. But Detroit style pizza, we just I don't know, man. I just feel like we just take it to a different place. You know what I mean? But the pizza is good. It was great pizza. Great. I'm not, you know.
I gotta agree with Fred on this one. I'm telling you, it's just different, man. It's different. So there's a couple things that I want to bring up that I hope this helps you guys and with your content creating and some of the things that I would personally like to see. Number one, I want to see Fred wearing rubber gloves anytime he touches a pizza. Number two, and this is very important. This is for you, Gary, that Fred did a video with me while we were at Mad Nice here in Detroit, and he hit us with the chef's kiss. So what I want to see is and so I need that to be added into your. See, you got it.
All right.
I need that to be learned by you while you're in Jersey, and then that implemented going forward here in Michigan for the content that you create. So those are just some little insights that I want to see. They're small little details, but will make a world of difference.
Only if it deserves the chef's kiss.
Of course.
You know, everything doesn't deserve the. You know,
are you familiar with this motion, Gary?
I feel like it looks familiar, like maybe in some movies, TV.
Me too. Me too. Had no clue what he was doing when he did it. I'm like, what is going on?
It seems familiar to me.
But it's one of those things that you see for the first time and then you can't unsee it, and then you see it all the time. You watch. This is something you'll see all the time. Movies, you'll see people doing it. You'll see it on some social media clips.
Okay. Wait, one quick thing before we segue off. I got to mention this because I don't think we bigged it up. Fred is going to get on. There's a new ride at Six Flags, right?
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
Flash vertical velocity. Fred, he said he doesn't really do upside down. This ride is all about going upside down. They've got a new way to go upside down where they hang you upside down for a second. You know what I'm saying? In zero gravity. I'm super excited about it. But I'm going to have my first person view glasses on, right? So
you better get one of those little rubber band things.
You know I'm coming correct.
All right, just making sure I don't need.
I will be able to. So when you guys see this, will be Fred's first roller coaster since what was it? 1960? What was it? 60? What or what?
9.
You guys will be right.
Rolling Thunder, the first wooden roller coaster.
You guys will be right there with us in the seat because I'll be turning to catch Fred's reaction because I'm a pro rider, so I don't need to. I'll be looking to see if Fred is all right. So you guys will be right there with us on the ride. I'm gonna see if I can get him to go on 2. See if I can get him to do 2 rides.
So
I think once you get it, once you dip his toe in there, I think you'll get him going.
Yeah, it's not bad once you get on.
I think that all the POVs Gary sent, the Jersey Devil, the Nitro, maybe.
Nitro, yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you the other one that Wonder Woman's lasso.
Oh yeah, the tallest in the world.
Highest pendulum ride in the world.
Swing ride, swing you back and forth.
in the
While
world,
you
Brad.
stand. Yeah.
I get it, Fred. It's in
You gonna do
Jersey.
that one, Fred? That one is a little bit more on. It's a lot of zero gravity. It's a little bit more on the
Listen.
tense side.
I mean, like Brad said, maybe after the Flash, maybe I'm a roller coaster junkie.
Okay.
I can see him going either way. I can see him either being like, yeah, that was fine. I'm done. I'll never do that again. And next thing you know, he's over there with a baseball in his hand trying to knock milk cartons off to win a stuffed animal. Like he's done.
Wait a minute,
right?
Freddie, are you good at that game? Should we play some games too?
I've dabbled in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the kid spent his entire life on the Jersey Shore. That's all you do is play games, throw darts at balloons, knock over milk jugs, and take home a free goldfish. I don't know. If there's time.
Hermit crabs.
There you go.
Maybe
I actually had a point in my house. I had like 7 hermit crabs in a situation like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's serious. The most ridiculous shit I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. They come with the little cages, and it's so dumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if I can get through this trip, the Great Adventure part, with the rides, I think my next adventure or my next challenge is going to the riots in LA.
Gary.
What kind of segue was that?
Now, well, first of all, who doesn't want to smash a cop car with a rock and get away with it?
Oh my goodness, what kind of segue was that? All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That was hilarious, bro.
I did not see that coming. Bro. I thought he was going to say he's going to tackle Cedar Point next or something.
No. Great Adventure is Cedar Point's a little underneath. But you don't think it would be fun for us to get out there in the street?
It'd be terrible.
Fun is an interesting word for it. Now, I will say, like I've been talking to a couple of my friend groups, The Purge, right? You're familiar with the Purge series? It's in that ballpark. Because during the George Floyd protest, when I got out there, boots on the ground, fun is an interesting way to put it. I don't know if I would say fun, right? Because of what we're there for. You know what I'm saying? But it felt good. It felt good to be out there, and allegedly or whatever.
We were out there. We were out there.
Yeah. It did. It did feel. It feels good to. A lot of people got a lot of pent up, things, aggression and whatnot, and sometimes you got to let that out.
So I will actually be in California in 2 weeks.
What part?
Still going. Maybe Sarah and I grab a couple hard hats, head over there. I don't know. If there's time. In between tea times. I don't know.
Maybe it'll cool down by then. You hope so. That's what you hope for. You don't want to see violence. You know what I mean? But from what I saw last night, it is heating up out there, man. People,
I did.
People are upset. So that's, man,
crazy.
You something else, bro.
You are something else. That's why he's on here every Monday with me. He entertains me.
Maybe I can do some kind of live stream of how long I can survive out there.
That I would watch till the end. I would literally never take my eyes off of that. I would never take my eyes off.
It'll be the best hour of your life, Gary.
Yeah, I would never take
until the end.
Dude, I'm from those LA couldn't last an hour. LA couldn't last an hour in New Jersey. So I think I would be out there and I would be fine and I'm good. I would ride it out like a wave.
Like a wave,
Skroovier, bro.
Okay.
All right, boys. Well, listen, I hope you guys have a great trip. I know it's going to be fun. I can't wait to see the content. Try the food. Pro tip, hit the empanada food truck on the shore. They're amazing.
Okay.
Gary's you're a mac and cheese guy.
Yeah. Specific.
Well, no,
I like mac and cheese. I mean,
there's a couple small little kiosks. One is the empanadas. One is a mac and cheese. One is like, so.
You guys are gonna have a blast.
Yeah, we're definitely going. We're definitely going to the boards. There
we
get
go.
to the beach.
All right. Well, you guys have fun.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got something.
Before you sound like you was about to wrap it up real quick though, because I know you did ask what TV we were watching. I wanted to see you guys.
Yes.
Real quick. I won't keep you too long.
No, we have no time, Gary. It's an honor to have you on here. Let's take the day.
I ain't got shit to do.
Paul American, y'all. The Jake Paul brothers reality series. So Autumn and I have been watching Paul American. Now I got different views on the different brothers. I actually have come around to liking Jake more. I wasn't a Jake Paul fan early on when he was beating up all of my favorite old UFC fighters. You know what I mean? Didn't really like that part of him. But they got a reality series on. I want to say it's on Hulu. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu.
It's called Paul American.
All American, yeah. I guess a play on All American. It's supposed to be like that, you know what I mean? But it's actually not bad, man. It's not bad. Kind of seeing they show a lot of their,
early stuff.
Yeah, like intimate moments, and you kind of get to see, things behind the scenes, and it's actually not bad. We've been enjoying it.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't even heard of it, to be honest with you.
Okay, and then one more for you.
Oh, give me them all.
One more for you. Poly Family. This is new on TLC. So
you love sister wives and shit, bro.
Listen, okay. I'm a fan. No, Sarah's a big fan of sister wives.
Yeah, that's our shit.
I think, what's the guy's name on there?
Cody, right?
Absolute moron. Cody is an absolute moron. But I do.
Wait.
I'm not a huge fan, but I'm in the room while Sarah's watching.
Okay,
so I'm very familiar with it.
Wait, so go with, what is this Poly Family?
So it started with two couples, right? So let's talk about my right couple and my left couple. So they're two separate couples, both married on their end. They come together, right? So couple on my left has 2 kids, couple on my right has infertility issues. They both come together. Now they have 2 more kids, but they don't want to know who the father is because they're a unit, but it's clear that the father is from the guy that had. So it's just a lot going on. The 2 women clearly like one of them sexually more than they like the other. So there's just the guys hate each other, but they like sleeping. It's crazy, man. It's definitely crazy. Like if you get a couple, check out the first episode.
Let me just try something real quick. I don't know if it's an iPhone thing. Do that.
Yeah, you're getting like some sprinkles.
Oh, was I? Oh, I am.
Yeah.
What is that? I thought you were doing that. I thought you were like controlling it for like, yeah, no.
And your first thought was, damn right, I should be confettied every time I make a great point.
Oh, now I won't do it. Okay, now I look stupid. But anyway, that one is spicy, man. That one is.
Is that on like TLC. The CW?
It's on TLC.
So I see previews for that while I'm watching 90 Day.
Okay.
Which Fred doesn't watch. You haven't watched it?
Not recently. We used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
Not recently. I haven't seen
you guys kind of fell off, which I get. I understand where you're coming from because it gets to be too much, but it's like a bad car accident for me. Like you guys got to look up this guy Sarber.
Okay.
He's hilarious. And now he's in America from Istanbul. And now he's a stand-up comedian, but I haven't actually saw a video of him doing it. He's got to be terrible. It's got to be terrible, but I would love to see it. Fred, what are you watching right now?
The Better Sister.
Great. I just finished that.
We're I think halfway through. And then me, I'm finishing up Shogun.
Not familiar with that.
That's the Samurai on FX, right?
It's on Hulu though.
Right now it is, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Is that
so?
Good?
It is, but it's slow.
Okay.
It's not what you would. It's not old school ninja shit like that they thought it was going to be.
Right.
It's more of check it out. It is good, and I think it got all the nominations for awards and stuff because of the filming of it. Like, it's totally dope. Like, old school.
Yeah.
So I'm finishing that up. That's it's Better Sister right now, and we got Sirens in the hopper. And I know Brad won't watch Sirens because he hates Kevin Bacon.
Somebody hate him, Gary, hate him. I don't know why. It's been my whole life. In fact, it really got bad because I was a big Jordan fan back in the day, and then him and Jordan did a Hanes commercial, and I was like, "How dare you, Michael? How dare you share a screen with that idiot?" From Footloose and Tremors. Tremors was the worst movie ever, by the way.
Listen,
I like Tremors.
I wasn't mad at Tremors, and if you're not a dancer, like I took tap and dance as a kid, so Footloose was a great movie for me.
Hold up, I need the confetti. Fred, what? Thank you, Gary. I think you got to do it too. Can you back up just a tad? I think we missed something in like the crosstalk. You were what?
I took tap and dance as a kid.
That's what I thought we heard.
Yeah, Gary, and that's why I'm so.
Do you still got the shoes?
I
know you got a pair. You like tap is like riding a bike, bro. I know you got a pair of taps upstairs.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I can't put together a little, but a little soft shoe. Maybe you'll get a little soft shoe when you're out here. I can maybe. Yeah. So I took tap and dance. That's why I'm so fleet of foot, and but it helped with. And I'm going to be honest.
That's all we want here. It's a circle of trust, Fred.
It helped with as a child, my the feet were going inward or whatever. Yeah. The braces, remember the old school braces?
Yeah, my little bro had
that was before our time, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, the wooden ones.
Yeah. You're like,
so I took tap and dance, and it straightened that out.
Well, that's good.
Good. So actually, the tap and dance was doctor's orders. Now, I'm not mad at the doc because, I'm pretty good on the dance floor. So like it helped out all around.
And then grew his love for Kevin Bacon and Footloose. Anyway, I'm not watching Sirens. I think Kevin Bacon's ridiculous. Somebody commented that. Oh, my cousin Doug. On one of the social media platforms said that my hatred for Kevin Bacon is ridiculous, and he named a movie from 1997 that I have to go see. Like I have to go to the movies to see it. Right? I don't even remember what the name of the movie was, but my cousin has seen every Steven Seagal movie ever made. If that tells you like where he's got good taste. He does have good taste.
He was in the city this weekend.
Got tatted up. Looks pretty damn sweet.
Bang Bang.
Yeah, Bang Bang. Look at that.
Bang Bang in Soho. And maybe we'll go get tats one day.
I'm not mad at that.
I am. I can't.
I was about to say, I'm not mad at that.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to go upstairs right now and tell Sarah I'm booking my trip to Jersey. I'm so pissed I'm not going. What shows am I watching? Okay, so Your Friends, Your Neighbors, I finished that.
Yes, John Your Friends and Neighbors, amazing.
Great show.
Is it? What is it about?
It's
go ahead,
John Hamm.
I've seen it like a clip, like the icon or whatever, but I didn't check the trailer out or nothing.
In the gist of it is he lives in a very wealthy neighborhood and has a bunch of wealthy friends and shit like that.
Oh, and start stealing from him or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I did see the trailer.
Somewhat. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's worth the watch.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually take things that aren't good.
No, he's great. He's great in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I took your advice and started watching Hacks.
Awesome.
It is a funny show. It took me a little while to get into it, and now I'm hooked.
It's very funny.
The problem is, like, I watch it before I go to bed, so every time I wake up, I'm on season 4, and then I have to go back to season 2.
Back.
Right?
Yeah. It's just it's Gene Smart. It's about a stand-up comedian lady. It's kind of like and I read this, Brad. I don't know if you can see it. It's almost a Joan Rivers portrayal.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I thought it's pretty good.
Garrett, it's quick. It's 20, half-hour shows.
Yeah.
Like
put on in the background.
Yeah.
But very funny.
Yeah, it was funny. And then I'm excited to see, what is the name of it? Oh, Stick. That's Owen Wilson.
The golf one.
But the problem is they released like 2 episodes and I gotta wait till everything's out.
No.
Yeah.
This is 1992. I'm not waiting.
I'm not waiting anymore for these series to come out. I'm just, let me know when the whole thing's out, and then I could binge it.
True. That's why I didn't start Your Friends, Your Neighbors till after it fully came out. Well, I was 1 episode short, but like I couldn't do it. I'm not waiting every week.
Yeah.
What are we, animals?
We actually did, and I think it was like 6 episodes out of 9 in. And then we had to fucking wait every week for the last 3.
And then I'm rewatching the one before, the week before, to try to remember what it was about. I'm getting old. I don't have the memory bank for that shit. Right? All right, boys. We went long, but I love it. Gary, thank you so much for coming on. Hit that confetti.
This was the perfect time for the confetti, and it didn't work.
The perfect time for the confetti. You guys have a great trip. Fred, I'll see you next week, and take care, y'all.
Same, man. Always pleasure being here. Appreciate y'all having me.
All right, take care, buddy.
All right.